Pull up a chair and turn your radio up. It's Friday nights here in Tennessee. Friday night football is well underway. Welcome into the season premiere of Friday Night Final Scoreboard Show right here on the Front Porch Sports Network. I'm Chris Yao, and week one did not disappoint. Across the state tonight, lights were buzzing, the marching bands were loud, and the pads were popping for the first time with real stakes on the line. Whether you opened the year with a statement blowout win or had a heart-stopping overtime thriller like we just saw in Mount Pleasant, we've got scores from Bristol to Memphis coming your way right here on the Friday Night Final Scoreboard Show. Join now. I say join now. We'll see if Lewis Maddox is ready or if he's still got a little pizza to chew up. But Lewis Maddox joining us here from the Columbia Central broadcast and WKRM 103.7 in Columbia, Tennessee. Had a great game over in Dickson County tonight as Columbia Central was victorious. And again, that game you just saw go final at Mount Pleasant, 42-41. Tigers victorious over Battle Creek in overtime. Columbia Central 27-13 winners over Dickson County. Lewis, tell us a little bit about that one and what happened over in Dickson tonight. I hear you fine and dandy, sir. It was a lot of fun. And again, that broadcast is available for replay on the Front Porch Sports Network Facebook page. So make sure to go check that out if you would like to do so. Again, big win for Columbia Central tonight over at Dickson County, closing the gap in that series. It's 25 now wins for Dickson County in the series to 23 for the Lions of Columbia Central. So they are looking to get back into the swing of things this season. Of course, obviously started last year with a loss to Dixon County, so this would be better. Mm, mhm, mm. Once again, 27-13, the final Columbia Central over Dixon County. Joining us now from that overtime thriller that you heard on the Maury County Public Schools Game of the Week is Landon Sechrist. Landon, what a scene in Mount Pleasant tonight as the Tigers score with under 3 minutes to go to tie it up and then win it in overtime. He scored both the what would become the game tying touchdown and the game winning touchdown with that 2 point conversion. So Easterling was tonight's Buffalo Wild Wings player of the game in that contest. And what about for you guys over in Dixon? Who was your Buffalo Wild Wings player of the game, Lewis? There you go. Looking forward to seeing how they play. Well, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch Battle Creek all season long, I can guarantee you. Let's get to some scores and let's see what you guys think about some of these from across the mid-state. We'll start with Stewart's Creek, a 20-17 winner over Centennial. Cornersville drubs Loretto 43-8. Again, Columbia Central 27, Dixon County 13. It was Columbia Academy with the upset edging Fayetteville on the road 28-27. Forest a 42-8 winner over Creekwood. It was Franklin 40, Laverne 7. Franklin Grace down Franklin Christian 31-6. Rockville 24-7 winners over Independence. Marshall County falls to Lincoln County 35-24, just showing how good the Falcons probably will be once again. Page was a 48-14 winner down at home against Giles County. Ravenwood down to Madison Ridgeland Academy of Mississippi 29-14. It was Richland 21, Wayne County 19. Brentwood edges Smyrna 21-20. Summertown with the upset over Lawrence County 17-14. They're not going to like that in Lawrenceburg tonight. You won't keep them out of the Sonic in Summertown though. It was Summit, winners of the Battle of Spring Hill 21-7 over the Raiders, making all of the panel on the Game Day show losers. and well, Coach Keith Stacy told us on the Game Day show that the Kings Academy was ranked last in the power rankings. They did not play last year in football. This year, they start with a win over Zion Christian, 21-3. Any of those scores jump out at you as surprising, folks? That's correct. Said 52-2. Yeah, was it? Well, I'll tell you what, guys, let's take our first break. We'll take about 60 seconds here. And when we come back, we'll go through scores from Bristol to Memphis on the Front Porch Sports Network Friday Night Final Scoreboard Show. Coming to you live here on WKOM 101.7 FM. Stick around.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Back live now on the Front Porch Sports Network Friday Night Final Scoreboard Show. Chris Yao, Lewis Maddox, and Landon Seacrest here, coming to you from across the the mid-state. Lewis is still on his way back from Dixon, which means if he's driving Highway 7, he's probably going to lose service at some point. and it's well, thank God that you're not coming. Yeah, that is great news, because that means we probably won't lose him. All right, let's go through some scores. We'll start from Bristol to Memphis. How about this double overtime? You thought you had a great game at Mount Pleasant. Landon, the folks over in East Tennessee said, hold my, I guess they'd probably say moonshine. Alcoa 43, Maryville 42 in double overtime. How about that one? Big win there for the Tornadoes. Pigeon Forge falls to Cherokee. They do not score a point. It was Cherokee 34-0. Granger 31-0 winners over Claiborne Midway. A 24-22 winners over Cloudland. Jefferson County blanks Cook County 55-0. It was Volunteer 30, Daniel Boone 20. David Crockett, a 28-12 winner over Unicoi. It was Knox Central edging Dobbins Bennett in a close one there, 30-29. Sounds like a great football game. Science Hill 34-20 winners over Elizabethton. It was Greenville 36, Morristown West 13. Cumberland Gap Downs at Hancock County 33-0. It was Happy Valley blanking Unaka 55-0. Same score for Jellicoe over Lynn Camp, Kentucky. Morristown East 27-6 winners over South Green. Chucky Doak 60-27 winners against North Green. It was Seymour downing Gatlinburg Pittman 48-14, and Tennessee with a touchdown win over Westridge 26-20, and Cosby 33-25 winners over West Green. Moving into Region 2 now, a little bit closer to this side of the country. It's 41-19 score for South Doyle over Austin East. West Downs Bearden in rivalry Friday action 21-6. It was Lenoir City 56-30 winners over Campbell County. Northview Academy edges Carter 21-19. Gibbs a 52-18 winner over Union County. Kingston 51-21 against Harriman. Heritage with a basketball score here over Clinton 63-42. That offense galore out at Heritage tonight. And listen, they gave up 42 points and won by 3 touchdowns. That's crazy. Yes, it absolutely does against the team from Chattanooga, right? Yeah. Yeah, Hardin Valley blanks Carnes, 49-0. Oak Ridge, a 16-13 winner over Knoxville Halls. Told you about that Alcoa double overtime win over Maryville, 43-42. McMinn Central blanks Polk County, 25-0. It was Meigs County edging Chattanooga Prep, 40-38. And Rockwood falls to Oneida, 21-0. Getting into somewhat Middle Tennessee, Clarksville falls to Blackman 29-10. It was Sequatchie County edging Bledsoe County 43-42. East Hamilton 36-16 winners over Hickson. Sunbright with a win over Lookout Valley 43-20. Loudon downs William Blunt 40-13. Marion County blows out Brainerd 63-6. How about this one? McMinn County. Yeah, 63-6. But it's Marion County. It's Marion County. I mean, listen, at least there was a running clock in the fourth quarter. And thank God there was. How about this one? Bradley Central falls to McMinn County 22-17. I mean, Bradley Central has fallen off. That's what I was thinking. So I'm glad that you guys agree with that. Chattanooga Christian 34-28 winners over Ooltewah. It was Ray County edging Red Bank 29-27. Sell Creek with a 14-6 win over Wartburg, and Sweetwater 44-0 over Sequoia. Cookville down Siegel 42-14. Signal Mountain blanks Chattanooga Central 38-0. It was Brentwood in a thriller 21-20 win over Smyrna. You can see that one on the Upper Cumberland Reporter Facebook page with Jonathan Hutton and Chad Withrow on the call. White County 49-6 winners over Soddy Daisy. Okay, you thought 63-6 was bad over in Marion County? Well, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's a pretty big rivalry in that part of the country between Marion County and South Pittsburgh. I'm sure you're aware. Well, South Pittsburgh saw that 63 points and said, no, not so fast, my friend. How about 76 points, and we're not going to give up any to Christian Community? 0. $70. Yeah, 76-0 over Christian Community. Now, again, Christian Community, I'm not sure that that's even a legitimate other team, but that was the final score. Tyner Academy down Silverdale 34-27, and Stone Memorial with a 21-13 win over York Institute. Now, let's get into Region 4. DeKalb County 10-7 winners over Warren County. Creekwood falling at Forest, and Forest putting it on them 42-8. Not a great start to the year for the Battle Creek, Spring Hill, Creekwood, Montgomery Central, and Marshall County region. I'm not sure anybody Let me just make sure Montgomery Central. I'm almost 100% sure Montgomery Central did not win. Oh, nope, they did. Montgomery Central with the win. They're the only team in the region to get a win tonight. 35-7 winners over Sycamore. How about that? No, that is the opposite of what you would expect. If anybody was going to get a win tonight, that's not the team. So that's, that just kind of tells you what's going on over at Sycamore and the War Eagles there. Gordonsville 17-13 winners over Coalfield. That's a really good football game. Clarksville Academy can't get on the board tonight. Joe Burns blanks them 42-0. Livingston Academy 55-7 winners over Cumberland County. Antioch downs Mount Juliet 28-7. So Antioch is continuing to show off a little bit. Mount Juliet, a really good football team. How about Antioch out there in southeast Nashville? Grundy. Oh, is he still there? Oh, well, that makes a little bit more sense then. I couldn't remember if the kid graduated or not. So, well, he has been good for a couple of years now, and so I expect Antioch will be in the mix as long as he is there. Grundy County 72, Red Bowling Springs 0. So there you go. No, that's rough on week. Yeah, that's rough on week 1. How about Upperman? Yes. Yes, that is exactly what this is. Somebody was playing Madden at the house. Upperman edging Knox Webb 21-20. And over in Mount Pleasant's region, Adamsville, big win over Hardin County. They down Savannah 49-7. Wilson Central 20-11 winners over Cane Ridge. Stewart's Creek, again, we told you about that one. I think I've told you about most of these here. How about Huntland 27-19 winners over Whitwell? Lewis County falls at home to James Lawson 14-10. The law. That's a pretty important score. I had heard some rumblings, and yet they go. And yet they go into Hohenwald and get a big win. Now, again, that's a 6A school and a 2A school, but I mean, Lewis County, you feel like they typically can hold their own in those situations tonight. However, the Lightning get the best of them. Maplewood blanked McGavock 40-0. Moore County 27-20 winners over Community. It was Green Hill 15, Beach 13 on the MyTV 30 Friday Night Rivals game. Another Mount Pleasant region opponent, Decatur County Riverside, gets a win over Camden 21-16. Cascade doubles up Cheatham County 42-21. Coffee County 34, Franklin County 8. That's not a surprise, and probably just kind of shows where Franklin County is going to be when we see them later in the season against Columbia Central, Lewis. Yeah, 34-8, Coffee County over the Rebels. No, they certainly have not. East Robertson has, and they continue to be 28-21 winners tonight over Liberty Creek. White House Heritage downs Greenbrier 35-11. Gallatin and Hendersonville, a big rivalry, of course, up there in Sumner County. Gallatin gets the win on the road 28-24 over the Commandos. How about this one here? Hickman County at home over Harpeth 26-24. Congrats to the folks over in Centerville. Now, Hollow Rock Brewston with a 16-8 win over Scotts Hill. So I'm not sure what that says about Hollow Rock or Scotts Hill. Brewston, typically a very good football team. Scotts Hill has not been of late, but that doesn't mean things can't change. Waverly and McEwen in the Battle of the County. How about this one? Big win for Waverly, 8-7. That score makes me wonder if it wasn't similar to Mount Pleasant and they went for 2 late in the game and get the win. Right. It doesn't have overtime listed, so I'm going to go with regulation. How about NBA 34-20 winners over Pearl Cone? Yeah, there you go. Old school Smash Mouth football. That's right. NBA on the road at Pearl Cone, 34-20 winners for the Big Red. I watched a few highlights from that one on X from Tyler Palmatier of the Tennessean and at that point it was the Firebirds had just tied the football game up, so it was a really good football game. NBA pulls away late. Tullahoma falls at Shelbyville, 13-10. I think that's important for some of us as well. Springfield, 35-3 winners over Rossview. Houston County down Stewart County, 27-14 in the battle of the counties up there. They are neighboring counties, and they do not like each other. Portland downs White House 28-21. So there you go. That gets us through Middle Tennessee Division I action. Anything that you guys want to mention real quick before we take a quick break? Go for it. And props to Pearl Cone for playing the game. I mean, obviously, if you're going to challenge Alcoa in December, you got to play the best teams you can possibly play throughout the season. And obviously, tested early, but they'll learn from it. Network. Friday Night Finals scoreboard show here on WKOM. Stick around.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
In our connected world, a strong, reliable internet connection isn't just a luxury, it's a lifeline. For work, for school, for staying in touch. That's why when you need assistance, you want someone you can trust. Someone who knows your community and understands the unique needs of your neighborhood. That's where our local customer service and tech support team comes in. Our local support specialists are real people with real solutions right here in your hometown. At CPWS, we're more than just an internet provider. We're your neighbors, dedicated to keeping our community connected with local service you can see and local support you can hear. Back here on the Front Porch Sports Friday Night Finals scoreboard show. Coming to you live from Columbia. But we have scores from across the state of Tennessee tonight. Looking forward to Getting into Region 7, which is ironically, Lewis, where the Columbia Central Dixon County score resides, because Dixon County is in Region 7. So let's see here. Let's go into Region 7 here. Arlington downs Raleigh, Egypt 48-6. It was Chester County 53-0 over Memphis East. Stratford 17-16 winners over Clarksville Northeast. It was Cordova 43, Craigmont 10. Where is Craigmont? Does anybody know? Craigmont. So wherever Cordova beat them 43-10. So wherever Craigmont is, they are 0-1 tonight. Crockett County 68-0 over Nashville Collegiate Prep, y'all. So it only continues. Dyersburg falls to Dyer County. That's always a big rivalry, 42-20 there. Fulton County 41-0 winners over the Gleason Bulldogs. Germantown falls to Houston 40-6. It was Humboldt 22, Halls of West Tennessee, not Knoxville Halls, 22 points there. Huntingdon and McKenzie, always a big week 1 matchup over in West Tennessee. Huntingdon comes out on top 28-21. And I assumed it was in Memphis, but where is it? Just like a random city school inside Memphis? It's got to be, right? That's right. No, I wasn't quite ready for Craigmont. So, that does make a little more sense. So there you go. And speaking of, let's Milan 48-0 winners over Jackson Southside. Jackson Northside, however, did get a win over Jackson Central 12-6. It was Hillsborough doubling up Kenwood 14-7. Kirkwood 50-0 winners over West Creek. How about that for the Cobras? Obion County in the battle for Reelfoot over Lake County 41-20. It was Peabody 20-6 winners over Ripley. Gibson County blanks West Carroll 32-0. It was Tresvant 38-0 winners over Booker T. Washington. Pure Academy falls in a close one to Brighton 23-22. It was Fairleigh 31. Flip it for Millington 13. Covington 47-13 winners over Lakeland Prep. Westview starts their trek to Chattanooga again with a 30-14 win over Mace. And I was going to say that Graham Simpson is the guy over at Westview, and I think he might be better than his brother, and his brother is going to be a QB1 in the NFL here soon. So that just goes to show how good that kid really is. Memphis Central downs Melrose 42-0. Sorry, Ryan Hancock, if you're listening. Guys, I don't know if this score is accurate, but if it is, it may be a national record, because CoachT.com has Rossville Christian winning over Middleton 450-6. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it probably means 45, not 450. But if it's accurate, trust but verify. But Rossville Christian, wow, look at there, guys. Oak Haven 44-21. Guys, you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go down to the station real quick and give us a sample. Douglas, great basketball program, not so good football program. 44-20 losers against Oak Haven. Southwind downs Lausanne 36-28. White Station blanks Bolton 40-0. Wooddale 19-6 winners over Westwood. And we'll go through the Division II real fast. Out in the West Tennessee area, McNary Central 28-21 winners over Fayette Academy. It was Harding Academy 41, Kingsbury 6. Jackson Christian 33-21 winners over Union City. Bartlett downs MUS 37-27. USJ blanks North Point Christian 38-0. St. George's defeats the Trojans of Collinwood 42-0. It was DCA 42, Tipton Rosemark 7, Trinity Christian 49-7 winners over Dresden. In the East Division, Boyd Buchanan blanks Mount Perrin Christian of Georgia 34-0. It was Innsworth 24, Whitehaven 8. McCallie and Lipscomb Academy over in Chattanooga tonight. Great football game. McCallie comes out on top, however. The Blue Tornado 27-24 winner, spoiling the return of Trent Dilfer to Lipscomb Academy. Yo. Versus us. Well, they probably should have scouted their opponent. McCallie. In retrospect, I'm just saying. Well, you made the mistake of thinking Trent Dilfer thinks. So, Notre Dame 48, Grace Baptist of Chattanooga 6. Eagleville down falls to Providence Christian over at Floyd Stadium at MTSU 24-9. Middle Tennessee Christian 47, Ezo Harding 12. Grace Franklin 31-6 winners over Franklin Christian. We told you about that one earlier. Franklin Road Academy down South Gibson 56-14. It was Nashville Christian in the post Jared Curtis era, taking down Davidson Academy 34-7, not missing a beat over there on Sawyer Brown Road. Lakeway Christian 49-14 winners over PJP2. Pope Prep, Pope John Paul II. I don't know what they're called this time. They change every year. Good Pasture 40. JP2 is fine, I guess. They were Pope Prep for just a minute, so I don't know what their plan is. Good Pasture Downs Glencliff 49-0. It was East Ridge 50-0 over Howard. Pickett County falls to Oakdale 24-6. And then again, I told you earlier, Kings Academy gets the win over Zion Christian 21-3. So that gets us all the way across the state from Bristol to Memphis, Division I, Division II. Everybody's score has been read here on the Friday Night Final Scoreboard Show, and that is what we do. But I wanted to get to this because I know we talked a lot about it earlier with Lewis, but we do have a post-game interview from Coach Tredarius Goff, and would love to hear what he had to say after tonight's win over at Dickson County. If you guys do not have any qualms with that, I will play it now.
And we are here on the field with Coach Darius Golf. Coach, big win tonight here, a 27-14 opener against Dickson County. It wasn't easy, but you guys found a way.
Man, most definitely. You know, one thing about playing Dickson County, it's never easy, man. Good job, man. It's gonna be a war. You know, they gonna find a way to stick around and they fight, man. They got some good players on their side, and they made it a damn dog fight.
Any major takeaways from this game and next week? I know focus will shift to Battle Creek.
Thank you. The focus for me, man, we got to clean some stuff up. I know it's the first game, it's early, but we got to clean up some penalties, some more conditioning, get these cramps, fix the cramp situation, and just get healthy and be ready for next week.
Congratulations, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thanks, sir.
That was Coach Tredarius Goff after their win tonight over at Dickson County. Fellas, any thoughts about any games that we talked about earlier? Anything that you want to throw out there? And if not, we'll get to the Thursdays. I just want to kind of go through Thursday's schedule next week because we do know that Mount Pleasant is playing on Thursday, as play-by-play voice Seth Campbell alerted us to earlier. So anything from this week that stands out that you guys want to give any game balls out to any teams for winning 68-0 or Rossville Christian 450 points? Oh yeah. BGA. Yeah, CPA Oakland. St. Michael's out of Alabama. St. Michael's out of Alabama. Hmm. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Yeah, I don't think that's the case at all. And I don't think you do either. Hey, quick question though. Now, you guys are, and you guys are a lot younger than me. I'm an old guy, but I I'm not sure, and I've seen a lot of them. I've been covering high school sports since 2004. Okay, DGG may be the greatest high school football running back I've ever seen, and I'm not sure if it's close. Hmm. That game is at 6 p.m. Central Time. Riverdale at Knox Catholic, and then Oakland CPA is on My TV 30. That game will be a Friday night rivals, but at 7 o'clock on Saturday. East Nashville's going over to Collierville tomorrow for a 7 o'clock kickoff, and Farragut will be at the Smoky Bears at Sevier County at 7 o'clock. And I don't know if you know this or not, but it's Jeeper weekend over in Pigeon Forge, which means if you're going to that game, better find a back road or a pig trail. You won't get there otherwise. So there you go. Thursday night games next week. Stratford is at Stewart's Creek. And here's a big one: Marshall County at Shelbyville. That'll be an interesting test for both of those teams. And then Knoxville Catholic, they go from Saturday to Thursday. So quick turnaround as they'll take on Anderson County. Yeah. In rivalry Thursday. That's I mean, when I was in college, we loved Thursday night games because Jacksonville State's a suitcase college. So if you want students there, you got to play on not Saturday. And so Thursday night games were a lot of fun. I don't see any other games that just jump out at me next week off the top of just scrolling here through. But obviously Loretto at Lawrence County. Lawrence County is going to feel like they need to get one before, or they may run their new coach out of town. And then again, two Murray County teams playing will be at Battle Creek for Front Porch Sports Network game of the week. Obviously, Columbia Central and Battle Creek will be a lot of fun, as we saw Battle Creek's got some dudes out there to give themselves an opportunity to take down the flagship high school in Murray County. Sorry, Landon, but it is what it is. So There you go. All right. So appreciate you guys hanging out, man. This was a lot of fun, and we got through a lot of scores, and now I know a little bit more about teams from across the state and the high school landscape. I have learned where Craigmont is, kind of. So there you go. But no, it's been a lot of fun, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. And we'll be back next week doing the same thing, talking about these scores from across the state of Tennessee. It's always a blast here on Front Porch Sports Network. So once again, guys, thank you. We appreciate you. No, it's going to be great, and hopefully we'll be able to get maybe it won't be 10:30 when we get started next week, and we'll be able to we can maybe catch some of our reporter friends from across the state to give us reports from the games that they were at throughout the night as well. But again, for Lewis Maddox and Landon Seacrest, I'm Chris Yao here on WKOM 101.7 FM in Columbia and the Front Porch Sports Network, powered by CPWS Internet. This has been the Friday Night Final Scoreboard Show. We'll see you next week.